Hello everybody, welcome back to the weather statement. Today we're talking about severe weather in the Midwest today. If you live anywhere in this more dark or orange and into this yellow area, you will, and even the green area, you will be experiencing severe weather tonight or Thursday night into Friday. This threat includes large hail, damaging winds, and isolated tornadoes. So let's jump right into this forecast and I will tell you what to expect in your area. So as you can see, this is around the Midwest, and if you see this oranger area, this is an enhanced risk for severe weather. This is a 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather. And if you go back to this yellow area, this is a 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather. It's a slight risk. So your risks go down from there if you go down from enhanced slight to marginal risk for severe weather. But if you live in this, especially in this orange area that I'm highlighting, you really want to pay attention and get your weather alerts, because this is an overnight system that will be coming through that can produce large hail, damaging winds, and a tornado possible. So you want to be very weather aware. Get your updates from like the National Weather Service and wherever you get your updates and severe warnings and stuff, and just be weather aware, as I said. But this is the area we're really focused in on for severe weather today. Also, including with this severe weather, we are including all modes of severe weather, but an incredibly lot of damaging winds. And the highest threat for damaging winds is in that area that I highlighted earlier, in that enhanced risk. But I wanted to point out, you can kind of see a bow-shaped image in the radar. This is radar from Thursday night into Friday. And you can as I pointed out, you can kind of see a bow shape. That means very, very strong damaging winds. And the National Weather Service has put out that these storms could have over 75-mile-an-hour winds embedded in these storms. So this is the greatest risk for damaging winds in that area. This red section. This is a 30% chance, 3 out of 5 scale again. And where you see these checkered marks, that's an even higher. That's where you can see the 75-mile-an-hour plus wind gusts that they're expecting. So that's the area, but anywhere out of in this green and yellow area, you still should be careful for some gusty winds and some gusty winds in these areas. Also, to put out, there's expected to be some very large hail. So the highest areas for damaging hail or large hail is in this red area and in this checkered. The checkered also is where we can see the largest hail, and the red is a 3 out of 5. So that's the third highest out of 5. So you really want to be careful. If you have any cars parked outside, and if you have a garage or just an area to park your car under, you really should do that. These hailstones could damage your car and any other property, so you be very safe, and don't mess around with these storms. And just if you have any belongings outside that could be damaged by hail, you better take them in for precaution with these storms. Also, as I've said earlier, we do have a tornado threat. This threat is in the Midwest area of Iowa, Wisconsin, parts of Minnesota, Illinois, But the greatest threat is in Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin, where you can see the greatest threat for a tornado. It's only a 5% risk, but you still want to be careful for these severe storms that can produce tornadoes embedded in them. One last thing I wanted to look at is the enhanced rainfall outlook. This is from Thursday to Friday. The National Weather Service has put out a slight risk in this yellow shaded area and a marginal risk of excessive rainfall. So that means isolated areas, or these areas could pick up a nice amount of rain that could produce flooding in isolated areas. So you want to watch out for flooding if you're in a flooding prone area. So watch out for that, and including with all of the other threats that I've explained so far. But it's a slight to a moderate marginal risk for flooding. So guys, make sure you have a way to get info about these storms, like severe weather warnings if they are in your area, and very damaging storms coming through. And the few cities I want to point out that are in this dark shaded area of the orange are Madison, Wisconsin, La Crosse, Wisconsin, Davenport, Iowa, Rockford, Illinois, and Des Moines, Iowa. If you live in those areas, you want to look out for this very severe weather that you are in the orange shaded area, which is an enhanced risk. And these storms will be firing up sundown through the overnight. So you want to be very careful with these storms. They're overnight storms. Overnight storms are some of the most dangerous because people are sleeping and other things like that. So guys, thank you for watching. If you are in these areas, please stay safe. Get your warnings, as I've said multiple times before, if the storm is in your area, and have a good rest of your week and stay safe.